All right, so here's a question about not forwarding. Why don't we forward to the ID, the instruction decode stage in this pipeline here? So here's the instruction decode stage. It's where we've got our instruction. We're going to access the register file. Why don't we forward it in this pipeline? Well, let's take a look at these possibilities. So the first one here doesn't really make sense. If the answer was we can read it directly from the register file, then we wouldn't need forwarding. Forwarding is about data that's not in the register file yet. So this is going to apply anytime the data is somewhere else in the pipeline and we haven't written it in yet. So just because we're in this stage doesn't mean we can read the data. If we need to forward it, the data is coming from a later stage. How about this last one here? Well, we do need the data at the start of the cycle. It's a double pumped register file. That is, we're going to write it in early in the cycle and read it out late. So that one's not the answer. So it's got to be this one here. But let's understand what this means. What does it mean that we don't use data in the instruction decode stage? Well, in the instruction decode stage, we take the data from the register file and we put it in the pipeline. We don't do anything with it. So even if we put the wrong data in here, we can replace it later. So let's take a look at that. So here's our instruction decode stage. It loads something from the register file, but it's the wrong version. It's the wrong version because the version we want is later in the pipeline. Even though the version's later in the pipeline, we can forward it. That is, we can replace the wrong value we got from the from the instruction decode stage with this new value using the forwarding. So this is why this is the right answer, because we don't actually compute on the value at that point, so we can replace it later.